Hello viewers, let me use this time to explain something very significant to you. You know, you have heard of this thing about the mark of the beast, which is 666. 666 is called the mark of the beast. What does it really mean? I'm going to explain to you what this thing means, and I'm going to tell you a better mark, another mark that is so wonderful that we should be conscious of, not conscious of being of the mark of the beast, but there's another glorious mark that we should be conscious of, and that is the true mark of every man. But if we do not believe this real mark of every man, then we end up having the mark of the beast, which is 666. You know, the Hebrew word 6 means human, it means flesh, it means the senses, eight. So when you say 6, you're talking of human, and then you repeat 6 again, you are talking of another human, and then 6 again, that is 3 times. You're saying again human. So the 3 times appearance of 6 means in the completion, in the fullness. So in the fulfillment, the person becomes a beast. So when we are human, in other words, thinking human, we act like a beast. Just as it is said in Romans, Paul said, to be carnally minded is death. That is what the mark of the beast actually means. You know, in Revelation, it was used 666 as the mark of the beast, and we were told to find it out in wisdom. But Paul explained what it meant in Romans. To be carnally minded, he says, death. But to be spiritually minded is life and peace. And that is another mark of his own. It's a special mark that we should have in our consciousness. Now, the mark of the beast again, as I said, 6 signifies human or flesh. Just the way you say number 7 in Hebrew or in Greek is completion. You know, 5 is grace. You know, every number has a significance in the Hebrew language. So 6 appearing 6 times means the person is actually human in his thinking. He is so carnal in his thinking that he has brought it to fullness, to maturity, and then he manifests, you know, a beast-like expression. So that is what it actually means. Every other symbols that people are putting 666 as a tattoo in their body, that is not, that, don't be concerned about that one, or belonging to a secret society that identify themselves with 666. Those are all the fruit of a wrong-minded person. But the word 666 itself is actually you just thinking carnal, me just thinking kana, and then you think kana until it becomes full. Your manifestation will be in the nature of a beast. You know, it means if you carnality actually is evil. Thinking in line with the 5 senses, what you see, what you feel, what you hear, what you taste. You know, the 5 senses thought has no basis, has no foundation, is not real, is a dream. You know, so when you think like that, you actually bring yourself, you know, pains and horror. And that is what we are seeing around in our world. You know, is a thought that resort to hatred, anger, you know, unforgiveness, you know, trying to fight back. You know, one who has offended you, you see war everywhere because of offenses. You know, people are destroyed, people are being killed with using bombs and all of those military weapons. And then you see children, you see a beautiful city turned into an abyss. These are all beast-like action, is it not? You see it on TV. You see there's something, you are just horrified and say, how can human being do such thing? You know, if this is called the manner of a beast, because he offends me, that is carnal thinking, and then I'm going to teach him a lesson, that is carnal thinking. So all of this carnality results, when it is full, it results to a beast-like performance. So we are all called not to bear the mark of the beast. So sometimes we are thinking that it's going to be a kind of chips that is planted in our head, a kind of thing that it will one day people will start to receive chips or whatever you think it is. It is not that at all. It is simply explained, as I said in the book of Romans. Carnally minded is death. To be earthly minded is death. Is it? So that is what it means. So it is possible that majority, even as I'm talking now, or you're hearing me, you have to set yourself, am I already bearing the mark of the beast? You can just be there. All your thought is just carnality that is already expressing the mark of a beast. Someone has offended you 5 years, 6 years, 10 years later, you still cannot forgive. That is 6 6 in its fullness. And then that one is said to be bearing the mark of a beast. All you think is fleshly desire, how to give your body fun, and if you think that so much, you will do it to the detriment of another. And that is why we see all kind of crime, kind of horror. People are afraid of each other. There is no trust anymore. Even though you come from the same place, sometimes even brothers doesn't even trust themselves anymore. What result to this fear? It's just carnality. People have become so carnal, and they have brought carnality to its fullness. 666. Human in nature, and then all you do is you hurt yourself and you hurt your brother. Human sacrifice that are happening in different places. All kind of trying to steal somebody's money. You are just thinking that you are so wise, and you go to the internet using every way to collect someone's money that the person has worked for so hard. These are all carnality, and then it has been brought into its fullness, and then what it manifests is beast. To go and try to collect someone's money that the person has earned is a beast-like manifestation. So these are the mark of the beast, and people are already bearing it. So don't wait for a time whereby, at the end time, there will be one mark that is placed in our forehead. Don't you see what he said? He said the mark of the beast in the forehead. The head is a symbol of place of thought, where you think. So as a man think in his heart, so is he. So if Bible says be spiritually minded, think spiritually. So the other mark that I want to tell you, I'm not concerned about this mark of the beast. This is not my concern. I'm concerned about the mark of peace, the mark of beauty, and that is the 555. It is called the mark of the beauty, or the mark of the righteousness. That is the mark that is given to you. It is called 555. So be conscious of that. It means be spiritually minded. That is 555. The mark of the righteous, the mark of the beauty. When you think and become spiritually minded, you say it is peace and it is life. That is the mark of the beauty. That is the mark of the righteous. Life in our world, peace in our world. So be spiritually minded. Everything you think it from the truth, divine truth. Let your mind be filled with divine truth. That is, as it is said in the book of Colossians, let the word of God richly dwell in your mind, in your heart. The word of truth, the truth about you, the truth about Jesus Christ that you see in the gospel is the truth about you. You are good. You are pure. You are loving. You are kind. So how can you think like this and all you'll be occupied with is how to steal somebody's money? It's not possible. How will you think like this and somebody offend you and you cannot forgive? It's not possible. You're going to show for the nature of him who has called you out of darkness into the marvelous light, the nature of forgiveness, the nature of love, the nature of oneness, purity. All of us, we are one. We are many, but we are one. And we should think in this manner so that we can do ourselves good and do others good. It is called the 555, the mark of righteousness, the mark of beauty. That is our true mark. It actually made in practical. Think good. Think good. That is just what you need to. Every day, just think good. Be thinking good. You don't know the doctors of good thinking. You don't know what it takes to think good. Then visit the Bible. Go to the great books that teaches you, divine truth about yourself. Think on these things. The Bible says the things that you have heard, these good things that you have heard, think on these things. Whatever thing that is pure, whatever thing that is glorious, of good report, loving, anything that is, beautiful. See, think on this thing, book of Thessalonians or Philippians, I think. Everything that is good, let it be the thing that you think of. You catch yourself thinking wrong, thinking bad, stop it, because you are just, imprinting on your head the 666 mask. So as you are thinking, you put the first 6, you continue to think wrong according to the senses, carnality, you put the next 6. As you continue to think, when it becomes mature, it will conceive. That is the last 6. It is now 666 into fullness. Your manifestation will be beast-like. Beast-like. So we want our world to be beautiful. Let's think good. Let's think right. Let's think good. Let's practice good thinking. Let's find out what good thinking entails, and let's think it. Many of us have heard the good news of the Bible. Just be thinking it. Put aside all those tradition of hearing it and putting it aside, and then go to the word and collect the word back, garbage, put it in your mind and start thinking of those things. If you've heard the good news, if you've heard the good news of the gospel, the light, the good news of light, the Bible says he is the life that gives light to every man that comes into this world. You need light. Where? In your mind, in your forehead, so that you don't have 66 as a mark. Instead, you have 555. 5 is the number of grace. It is the number of the Son of God. The Bible says grace and truth came by Jesus Christ. That grace and truth is the truth about you, and is the grace that empowers you to reflect and express your Father. It is 555, the mark of righteousness. That is your mark. Bye.